You probably already knew that librarians love books. But did you know that librarians also love keywords? We do. We love keywords because they unlock the doors to huge amounts of information. So let's take a closer look at how they work. Let's say that I have decided to do a paper on the health benefits of drinking milk. I'm going to go to the MCC Library website and I'll treat this search box exactly as if it were Google. So I type in, what are the health benefits of drinking milk, and hit enter. But I only get 2 results. How can that possibly be? To compare, I typed that same question into Google and received 85 million results. Why is that? Well, Google search engine can take a full question, figure out the relevant keywords, and search for results containing those keywords. Library search systems just cannot do that. And it's not only the MCC library either. Most library search engines and databases can only handle keyword searches. So we need to take my original question, what are the health benefits of drinking milk, and break it down into keywords. As we do that, we are also going to think more deeply about this topic. To do that, we are going to use a Venn diagram. So let's make a circle and write milk at the top. Milk could be one of our keywords. But are we talking about cow's milk? What about goat, sheep, or even camel milk? Or are we talking about alternatives like almond, cashew, soy, coconut, oat, or even chia seed milk? What about cow's milk that has had the lactose removed? There's a lot to consider just in this first topic. But we need a second circle because we are also looking at the health benefits. Health will be our second circle. This is another broad topic. Are we looking at the nutrient content? If so, what type of nutrient? Or are we looking at the health benefits on different body systems? We have to narrow it down here too. And finally, we need a third circle because we need to decide what type of people we're looking at. Population will be the last circle on this diagram. We could look at the effects of milk on a certain age group or people experiencing a certain condition. We could look at people in a specific geographic region or those of a specific racial or ethnic identity. So what does this diagram teach us? First, it shows us that most topics are broader than we think and can be narrowed down quite a bit. But the diagram also shows us that research questions are made up of very different subjects and topics. Where these subjects intersect is where you will find your topic and your keywords. This diagram also illustrates another important lesson. Students often want to find absolutely perfect sources that answer their research questions completely, or at least cover all of the different components of their topic. They get frustrated and think they can't use a source because it only addresses 1 or 2 of the different subtopics. I'm here to tell you that you can stop chasing those perfect sources. Finding perfect sources is not what research is about. What do I mean? Well, research is about finding not perfect, but relevant sources, and then analyzing them and drawing your own conclusions from them to answer research questions. Think about it. Your professor would not be impressed if you wrote, "This is my claim. Researchers X, Y, and Z did a study and proved that my claim is correct beyond a shadow of a doubt. The end." That's not what they want. They want you to examine the research, analyze it, and draw your own conclusions from it. So let's get back to my paper on the health benefits of milk. After doing this Venn diagram, I have decided that I want to investigate this question. Do plant-based alternatives to dairy provide the proper nutrients for children? My keywords will be the most important words in this sentence. I'll go with milk alternatives, nutrients, and children. This is just a starting point. Depending on what I find, I may need to adjust my questions and my keywords. So let's get back to the MCC Library search engine. I'm going to type in milk alternatives and nutrients and children, and I'll hit enter. Remember that my first question brought back only 2 results? Let's see what happens here. This time I receive 110 results. That's much better than only 2, and it's also much more manageable than 85 million from Google. I won't read them all word for word, but I can skim them to see if they're relevant. Let's take a closer look. This one might be good, and this one looks excellent. Number 4 looks pretty promising. And number 5 looks wonderful as well. Those are some really great options, and those are just the first 5 of 110 results. So now you know. Librarians love keywords because they unlock the doors to useful information. Maybe you'll come to love them too. And that's all for this mini lesson. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the other videos.